Here's your practice today with fractions. Here we have 2/3 plus 2/3. What we do, since the denominators are the same, is that we keep the denominator the same, and then we add those two numerators, 2 plus 2, which equals 4. One of the things to remember when you are adding or subtracting fractions is that you must simplify. 3 goes into 4 one whole time with a remainder of 1. And that's why 4/3 does equal 1 and 1/3. Here again we are adding 1/4 plus 1/4. We keep that denominator the same. And we take 1 plus 1, which equals 2. And then we must simplify. We can divide both the numerator and denominator by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 4 divided by 2 is 2. So 1/4 plus 1/4 equals 1/2. Here again we have mixed numbers where the denominators are the same. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and add those whole numbers portions of the mixed numbers first, which is 2 plus 1, which equals 3, and then we can add those fractions as we were doing before. The 8 stays the same, and 3 plus 1 is 4. We do have to remember to simplify, so the fractional part of this mixed number, we can divide both of those by 4 to get 3 and 1/2. Remember to write that 3 very clearly there, so that 3 and 4/8 equals 3 and 1/2. This here is a subtraction problem involving mixed numbers. Again, we start with the whole numbers, 5 minus 2, which is going to be 3, and 7/9 minus 3/9. That denominator stays the same as 9, and 7 minus 3 is 4. 4/9 is already in simplest form, so 3 and 4/9 is our answer. 5 and 5/8 minus 1 1/8, we'll take 5 minus 1 first, which is 4, and 5/8 minus 1/8, which is 4/8. This is not in simplest form, so we work with it a little bit more to get it into simplest form. Our answer is 4 and 1/2, where we've shown all that work. Here we notice that 1/8 minus 3/8 that we are not going to be able to do that. So we're going to need to regroup. So we can go ahead and regroup one of these wholes, and that's how we make the 6 of 5. That whole that we've regrouped to that fractional part, that whole is worth 8/8. Putting it together with 1/8 is equal to 9/8. So 6 and 1/8 has been rewritten as 5 and 9/8. And we still write the other part as minus 2 and 3/8. 9 minus 3 is 6. So we have 6/8 there, and 5 minus 2 is 3. Simplifying that, by dividing the numerator and denominator by 2, we get 3 and 3/4. 6 and 1/8 minus 2 and 3/8 is equal to 3 and 3/4. Here we have a whole number minus a fraction. 6 minus 3/4. We can rewrite 6 as 5 and 4/4. So now we have a fractional part, so we can go 4/4 minus 3/4. So we get 5 and 1/4 as our answer. Here we have 6 and 3/5 plus 2 and 3/5. Remember to read that sign carefully. 6 plus 2 is 8, and then 3/5 plus 3/5 is going to equal 6/5. 8 and 6/5 is equal to 9 and 1/5. Here we have 9 and 7/8 plus 2 and 3/8. 9 plus 2 is 11, keep the denominator the same, and 7 plus 3 is 10. 10/8 can be simplified down to 1 and 2/8. Putting that together with 11, you get 12 and 2/8. Divide by 2 in the numerator and denominator. That simplifies to 12 and 1/4. Here's our final problem, 3 and 1/9 minus 2 and 5/9. And then so what we're going to do is we'll regroup one of these wholes to that fractional part, because we know we can't do 1/9 minus 5/9. 3 and 1/9 then becomes 2 and 10/9. minus 2 and 5/9, which equals 2 minus 2 is 0, so we do not write that, and 10/9 minus 5/9 is 5/9.